period smell. No, smell it. My period smells so bad. Is it supposed to be so? Is period blood supposed to smell? I'm going to tell you if this is normal, what causes this, and then what to do in order to prevent this if your period smells. Please listen attentively and share this video so that others will learn, especially if you're a man, so that women will know how to take care of themselves during their period days and stop their period from smelling. Well, the answer is no. Period blood does not smell. It just has a normal characteristic smell. Okay, why it smells at the end of the day, why it smells is basically because of these 4 reasons. Number 1, if you have an infection, bacterial vaginosis or yeast infection or sexually transmitted infection, which you will even notice before your period comes that your vagina smells. Okay, so your period blood will smell. Number 2, you are not taking care of yourself. Your hygiene is very poor during your period. Very poor. Like you use the same pad for long hours, and you use the same panties. You go to the toilet, you urinate, and you don't use water to wash up. You just put on the pad. This will make your period blood smell because of the increased microorganisms that is in that urine. Poor hygiene, not taking adequate baths. The third thing that can make your period blood smell is basically if you remove that pad. Okay, this is supposed to be the number 1. If you remove that pad, after removing that your used pad, you keep it after when air has touched it, after maybe like 1 hour, 2 hours, or because you dispose, you will notice that the pad is smelling. Right? It is smelling not because it's from me. It's smelling because it has been exposed to air. Microorganisms, bacteria has entered it. So there is multiplication of microorganisms. That's why it is smelling. When you remove this, you will notice that it doesn't smell. It's just normal. Okay, next reason why your period blood will smell, which is basically the last day of your period, like your period has finished, that brownish part, you will notice that brownish part, it smells kind of like fun. It's not like it's so fishy, but the smell is quite different from your period normal smell. Like it's because of lactic acid. Okay, that is lactic acid, and also lactobacillus, that virus, that bacteria, that is in your vagina. It makes your vagina slightly acidic. So all these things, it gives it that small smell a little bit at the end of your period. Okay, it's brownish. So after that, usually 2-3 days, it raises your pH balance. 2, 3, 4, after 2-3 days after your period, you notice that it comes back to normal. However, if your period continues smelling, please make sure you see a doctor. So these are the things, like I mentioned, that will help you prevent your period from smelling. Number 1, treat your infection. If you have any kind of infection, make sure you treat it. Number 2, bathe regularly. Don't wait for if you used to bathe once a day, try to bathe twice in a day. Number 3, drink lots of water during your period days. Reduce the way you take cola products, reduce the way you take sugar. Okay, because sugar gives room for more yeast. Okay, more yeast will come. So especially for people that are having recurrent yeast infection, you have to cut back the way you take sugar. Sugar makes you have more yeast. Okay, so during your period, reduce the way you're taking sugar. It will really help you. And then try to change your pad at least every 5 hours, maximum 5 hours. Change your pad. Don't wear the same pad all day long, please. It will make your period smell, because the blood has been exposed there for a very long hour. Okay, so it will smell. And then microorganisms, it will increase you yourself, making you predispose you of having yeast infection, of having infection. Okay, bacterial vaginosis, because microorganism is traveling inside your vagina. So please try to change your pad. Number 3, try to change your panties. Okay, don't use the same panties, because the blood is not coming, because the pant is not stained, because the pant is not stained with blood. Don't assume that it is neat. Please change your panties as you're changing your your pad. The next one is, don't use your pad for a very long time, like I mentioned. Now, if, and again, don't use the same pad. If you notice maybe you had your pad and the pad just a little bit of stain, okay, don't reinsert that pad again. You've had your bath, throw that pad away. Okay, don't reinsert it when you're taking your bath. Even if it is a spot, discard it. I know things are hard, discard it and put another pad. Okay, this will really help you in stopping this smell. Okay, now the next thing that you will do is, please make sure you hydrate, eat vegetables. Okay, on our next video we'll be talking about scanty period and how to deal with scanty period. Okay, I hope this video has helped you. Let me know if you have more questions in the comment section.